Hi, my name is Bryce. Welcome back to VHS Play, where we are playing Banjo-Kazooie and recording it all on VHS. Hey, it's a note door. Get wrecked. It is time for Bubble Gloop Swamp. Once I find it. Admittedly, it's been a bit since I've played this game. Oh, this is it. Hey, keep your feet out. You can't use us until you've spoken to bottles. Okay, it's Gruntilda. My fat old sister's favorite sport is belly barging. This just in, although she's dim, she attended Fat Hag High. You won't believe that Gruntilda's party trick is blowing balloons up with her butt. Long of tooth and strong of arm, Grunty's got the lasting charm. Later. Dude. Stop. Hey, it's next life. Shouldn't need that. You know what? I think we're gonna try something. Maybe. This is piranha water. Keep your smelly feet out. But hey, we did the thing. So, a Freezy Z Peak. This guy. This heckin' guy. Those dang snowmans. Alright, so this is clearly too small for us to go down, but you would have to come back here twice. Like, this is one of those things where it's like, not necessarily it's kind of backtracking, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Basically, you would need to go into the next level, learn how to use these boots, usually, come down this way as Banjo-Kazooie, go unlock your level, open up this path, and then go back into the level to turn into a little gator. Spoilers, I guess. You know what? We're just gonna die. What's wrong, Banjo? Is it tough? Let me know when you've had enough. Well, crumbs. Need to get back out of here alive. If you think I'm rather soft, you'll be waiting in the loft. I'm sorry, what? Grunty, could you run that by me again? Like, I don't get where that's a threat. There we go. Fixed it. Keep your eyes open for your new move, big face. Alright. Yummy crock just like that. Me want yummy egg too. Okay, we found the move. He's too fast! Yo, what up, Bottles? These are for wading boots. Chicken Legs wears them so you can safely wade through the dangerous areas like the swamp for a limited time. Okay, Kazooie, let's go grab a pair. Your energy is a bit low. Thanks for fixing that up, my dude. Great. Learned all the moves. I do find that one in particular, that's one of those little, like, sly bits of design of just like, yeah, the new move's right at the start, you just have to go around the corner. But the camera's all pointing this way. It's classic old school game design of point the camera one way, but actually if you go back, there's a thing. Yeah, I know. More piranhas. So, in terms of like levels ramping up in difficulty, we have like the stage is now just filled with there's just like a constant stage hazard of not necessarily the floor is lava, but the floor is piranhas. They're ugly, hairy trespasser. He's after our gold, but he'll never beat us all. I forgot they take 2 hits. They also take half a second of invincibility time. You're too tough for us, Flibbits. Take her gold. Not that gold, this gold. Punching the mic, it's what I do. Anyway, so, like, this was kind of the thing I was talking about in, like, the Mario series of just, like, as things, like, how to ramp up the difficulty in a platformer. You make the walkways thinner, you make the platforms smaller, you have stage hazards that are more consistently around. Don't mind me, it's just, like, the dumb things I find interesting. You have, this sort of thing where it's like, suddenly there's time limits. And you have to rush. And when you rush, you make mistakes. I'll be young and tooty old before you get Gruntilda's gold. You know, I probably could have made it to that piece actually. We also mentioned this in the Mario series at some point. I'm just like, taking the time to go fast. Like, I really like that phrase. Because when you rush, you tend to make mistakes. And, like, that is extremely, massively clear in platforming games. Alright. So we have, in terms of world design, like, just some level design things. Like, we have a bit of a hub and spoke system within this level itself. We have, like, leading into this central area is essentially, this is our hub. Like, we'll say the stumps are the hub area, because we now have, hey, it's a big turtle. Hey, it's a bunch of, like, you know, those huts on stuff over there. We've got the giant crocodile head, which always looks like the giant crocodile. The crocodile head game when I was a kid that you would like pull the teeth and occasionally he would snap. It was one of those. It's one of those games. Like, kids, none of this, like, are they board games? I don't know. Games what we played as children. Back in my day, let's just go down that route. Back in my day, we just had a bunch of, like, dumb plastic games. I don't know how common they are because I don't know if they still make, you know, extremely catchy, you know, TV jingles. Things like Mr. Bucket and such. Anyway, back in my day, we just had plastic toy games, I guess. See also, Perfection. I do really love whatever post that is of just like how to explain millennial just anxiety, and all it is just like an image of the game called Perfection that is like a 60-second timer. If you've never seen this game, it is like a 60-second timer thing. And it's like a bunch of plastic pieces that you are trying to put into, essentially you have a pile of plastic shapes that all have like their, you know, square peg, square hole sort of things. We're just going to eat the damage and get my stuff. Bit more damage than I intended to take, but that's fine. Anyway, if you've never seen the game Perfection, it is, here's like, I think it's 16 or so plastic shapes with little pegs. And it goes, there is like a 60-second timer or something, and it's essentially an egg timer that when the timer goes off, then the panel that you are placing all the plastic pieces in pops up, and all of your progress, if you hadn't finished and turned off the timer by then, it explodes upwards, sending all of the little plastic pieces flying. So you have this little egg timer going the entire time that's just clicking away, and like it's... I think there's jump pads underneath all of these huts. And essentially it's 60 seconds to try to put all of the pieces in the right place and turn off the timer. Otherwise, it explodes, somewhat violently, sending little plastic pieces flying everywhere. And that's what we called a game when I was a kid, back in my day. Anyway, I do get quite the kick out of explain millennial anxiety in one image, and it's just the game perfection. Because it's also, like, that's the other thing, is the game is called perfection. It's the unattainable target. And if you're not perfect within 60 seconds, everything explodes loudly. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. I'm going to get this dang Ekum Bokums. Alright. Let's... There. Alright. So we know there's Jinjo and a bunch of other things down here. But either we would need to find some boots. Oh hey, here's some boots. Never mind. Our boots make us too tall. So we will in fact have to come back as something smaller. Perhaps a tiny crocodile. Okay, so a quick thought between Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. I've only played Banjo-Tooie once, and I remember enjoying it well enough, but having seen a couple of playthroughs of Banjo-Tooie, like, something that is a significant change between the games. These dang dragonflies. A significant change between the games that is kind of a problem, is they consolidated a lot of the pickups. So, like, instead of having, like, 3 separate egg pickups there, it would just be, like, a little nest of eggs on top of this cattail thing. Instead of, like, a bunch of notes, it would be, like, a bundle of notes. And this, there's a very specific thing that does in design. Like, this is where we can kind of point at it directly. We have 5 notes or whatever, and they're just in a row. And, like, this is not exactly a great point to show this off, but, like, 5 notes being in a row, you can use those notes to point towards something. Like, we've seen it on all of these various logs. Yeah. We're just going to take the damage and get my notes. Keep walking off instead of actually jumping off of those things. Anyway, like, the thing is with, like, the strings of notes and other pickups that they have throughout these levels, they can use that to guide you to places. Whereas Banjo-Tooie's, like, packs of notes and pickups and everything, like, you lose that aspect of the guidance factor of these things, because it's like, even here in like this maze thing, and this is something that you kind of run into between like the 360 version and the original version of Banjo-Kazooie, even is like, in the 360 version they added a thing, it's a quality of life feature, but also there's a drawback to it. They make it to where your note score is consistent, so even if you die, you keep your notes. So, like, that's a good change, it seems like, on paper. I have very mixed feelings about it, though, because, like, what it means is you lose the guidance that those notes would provide. Camera, please. Camera, please. No, we have to book it. Fixed it. But like, coming into Bubble Goop Song, and I feel like it is a twofold factor in the 360 version, where they remove the notes, and like, once you take notes off, they're gone permanently. Where like, once you pick up a note, it's gone from the level permanently. On one hand, that makes it to where, like, with specifically Bubble Gloop Swamp, with its hub and spoke structure, it makes it to where, like, this is where I have really mixed opinions on it, because, like, I can see clearly I have not gone down that path, because there are still those 3 notes there. And there's 3 notes in a chain pointing me in that direction. And, like, going back to the Banjo-Kazooie method versus the Banjo-Tooie method, having those bundled, you lose those chains that are, like, the very clear point you in this direction path, because it's like, it's a point instead of a line. A line points you somewhere, it gives you direction. Whereas just a single point, it's just a thing. Like, that gold feather says nothing. It doesn't point me anywhere, it doesn't direct me anywhere. 3 notes in a line, yes, it's on a log, and that log is already a line, but like, it's clearly pointing me in that direction. Between Banjo-Kazooie Original and Banjo-Kazooie Rare Replay / Xbox 360 version, the notes being gone forever, if I were to die in this level, say I died somewhere over there, like, that fall had been catastrophic, and then I died to the piranhas over in that direction. It becomes more difficult to determine which way I had gone and died in. It's still fairly easy, because, like, in this hub and spoke system here, like, you have very clear visual elements of giant turtle, those weird tower things, a giant crocodile head staring at you with big angry eyes, a curve, just a curved path, which is, like, I'm gonna head back this direction, because there's, like, the many, like, the side path here of, you have the green curved, hello, eggs that are just on the edge of my viewport. You have, like, the green curved path versus just, here's a bunch of stumps, but also a bunch of stumps. So, between these 2, like, collections of stumps, there's still enough of visual identity to, like, really determine what's going on, of, like, which way did I come from, which way am I going, something Cotton Eye Joe. But, like, there's clear there are clear visuals that make it where even if I had died over there and the notes didn't regenerate, I would probably be able to remember. It's like, oh right, giant freaking giant alligator crocodile head staring at me with his big angry eyes. That is quite the way marker. So like, in terms of the hub and spoke, like Bubble Gloop Swamp is really good about things, and like it uses all of its tools of like, you have a clear visual identity to each spoke. And then also on top of that, you have the pickup chains and lines that point you and guide you in directions. But when, like, in the case of like the 360 version, where the notes stay gone, you lose a bit of that level design clarity, where the designers are clearly pointing you in a direction of a thing, because you're, like, those chains, those indicators are just gone forever. But at the same time, it makes it where if you do die, I think I've done everything I can as not transformed. Didn't hit the grunty switch. What am I doing? I don't need these. Where is the grunty switch? Did I hit it? I didn't hit it. I think it's back around the huts, at the base of one of those. We're gonna go back and try to find one of those. And if I did hit it, sorry, I'm not paying enough attention to the game, and instead am rambling. Anyway, like, this is a thing that I find really fascinating. Like, this is part of why I love these games, is like the design intent is kind of fairly clear on its sleeve. Like, this is the, meh, games were simple in my time. Also, we still need to go down Turtle Path. So let's go down Turtle Path. Oh, my feet are so numb and cold. Alright, well, how could we possibly help this turtle with his, you know, cold feet? I don't know, smash him. Oh, that's a bit better. It's a good thing he says that, because, man, that sound effect. Please do not deposit me into swamp. Here we go. It's always purple. Tank top's warm at last. Perhaps you'd like this. we've got a memory game coming up. Let me get a sip of coffee here. Alright, we're ready. It is a little weird that you go inside the turtle's mouth, and now you're inside his shell, and inside of his shell are further turtles, including Tip Top, our good old racing buddy Tip Top. Quiet, please. The famous Tip Top Choir will now perform my latest work. Teal, red, yellow. Bit short, isn't it, shell boy? We'll see. Copy what you just heard from lesson 1. I'm busy. No! Shush. Yes, it's teal, red, yellow. Let me jump. I want my honeycomb. No. I'm just trying to gather things, Tip Top. Stop serenading me. Not too bad. Try lesson 2. Purple, cyan, purple, blue, red. And also that's magenta, not purple, because purple is over there in the corner. Oh, good thing I don't actually remember the colors. I remember, like, the shape that it draws. Splendid. OG, just one more lesson. Purple for real, blue, cyan. Magnificent, a true masterpiece. Here, take this trinket I found earlier. I know I'm not doing Tip Top's voice at all correctly, because I'm pretty sure he's more of, hey, it's Tip Top. Heck, 3? Oh, right, I forgot all about the Crocos. Crud. Okay, so... Alright, we've got both our honeycombs. We need 10 more notes. Just grab these so we can do whatever we want. Oh good, we did hit the grunting switch. That's a nice, quick confirmation. Log. Okay, so we've got Purple Jinjo, we've got Crocos, and we've got Angry Croc. That was a nice catch. Ooh, okay. Anyway, I'm not trying to, like, all of that ranting I did earlier, not trying to dog entirely on Banjo-Tooie, but it is just, like, that is one of the design elements that really sticks out to me, is just, like, having given up on, like, I don't know why they did it the way they did. And I feel like part of it might have been hardware, where they just couldn't have that number of sprites and have the game still run, or run well enough, or whatever. So they, at some point, made a decision. There we go. It's like at some point they made a decision to pack things into little bundles of, instead of like individual chains of items, they decided to pack them into bundles, and in doing so they lost a lot of their ability to chain things and like create these clear lines of, hey, go this direction. There's also, like, with that, they have the respawning enemies and respawning power-up pickups, so, like, it's one of those things. It's a number of things. It's so many things. And, like, these are decisions that make sense on one hand, and then on the other hand, it's like, well, here's the problem that creates, of, like, okay, if you don't have respawning power-ups, then you have a very real possibility of running out of feathers or eggs or other utility items. And once you're out of consumables, what's your only option? Well, I guess you have to reset the level, and that kind of sucks. And, like, that's technically a problem in Banjo-Kazooie, is the items don't respawn, and the enemies don't respawn, so, like, there is a hard maximum amount of health in a level. Like, this isn't Mario 64 where you can just dive in a pool and, you know, come up for air and suddenly you have full health. There's a limited number of those things. Like, right there, that honeycomb, that's a precious resource right now because I've used up a lot of the healing items in this level. So, like, it makes a lot of sense why they would make these things respawn. And now I'm so cute. Wait, Mumbo needs new boots. Only kidding. So, like, all in all, it makes a ton of sense why they would turn these things into regenerating items. But the problem that creates is, again, like, without things being cleared off of the map, there's less to remind you of the directions you've gone. And unless you have, like, a very strong visual identity like this, like, Bubblegoop Swamp does a great job with its visual identity of having just a lot of things that kind of tell you where you're at in the level, or, you know, again, the hub and spoke system with giant crocodile head. Yeah, having a giant crocodile head, having a giant turtle, like, these very visual elements that point you in the direction of where you're going or remind you where you are. There are 4 more notes, and I'm pretty sure they are all just in a bundle under a hut. Alright. I'm Mr. Vile, the greediest croc of all. Play a game to win a prize. Press A to accept or B to chicken out. Game is simple. Eat more red yumblies than me. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! I should have gone ahead of him over there. So, you'll notice these running shoes in the back here. You only win easy game. Now we play harder game. Eat reds, avoid yellow grumblies, and not ripe. Red 3, 2, 1, go. So the running shoes there are a power-up from later on that they... The intention is that you would use them to win Mr. Val's harder games. Because they work even if you are transformed. So far so good. Bah, lucky Greenie wins. Must play last game. Only eat what is shown on top of the screen already. 3, 2, 1, go. No, this is not going well. Maybe it's just focus time right now. There we go. Mr. Vile never lost before. Greenie can have prize. Mr. Vile now has tougher challenge if Greenie not scared. 3 extra lives. You know what? No. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Look, everyone, Greenie is scurrying off. Yes, I've got places to be. Okay, we need to head over to the huts. Because that's where we're going to find our notes and our Jinjo, and I think that clears up this level. 2, 3, 4. You found all 100 notes. A bit of a shame that we don't get our jiggy dance, but we still get the fanfare. How are we doing on this? We're good. Okay, so I think we are done here. This is one of... I don't think... I feel like this is always one of my least favorite levels of Banjo-Kazooie. Like, it's fine. It's not bad. I don't know, like... There's just something about it that's just like... I'm just gonna double check totals because my brain is mush. I don't know. I always feel like this is one of my least favorite levels, and I don't know entirely why. But it is like a really great example. Like, it's got a ton of really great examples of level design stuff, of just like, you have so many visual elements that help guide you through the area, despite it being kind of maze-like, just a little bit. Like, it's not a lot, but like, there is an amount of being able to get lost in here. But like, all of the very strong visual elements really make it... It really makes it just easy to find your way. Like, you could get lost, but like, if you do, it's not too hard to get back on track. It does a lot of like, all of the things I've been ranting and raving about, where it's just like, hey, cool, here's all these visual elements that are helping to guide you through the level. It's got a ton of really great examples of things. Yo, what's up, Mr. Spellbook?
Cheeto, the spellbook you have found. Magic cheats I have for you.
Hey, Bookbrain, what do you do say? You'd better not give my spells away.
Which lost book finders Bear and Bird are? Spell they get.
We sure do, bag lady. Come on, book boy, give us the spells.
Only one spell Cheeto can tell. Enter the code Blue Eggs on Sandcastle Floor in Treasure Trove Cove World. Help you it will.
Thanks, Mr. Cheeto.
Hidden in where other spellbooks are, them you should find.
Interesting. I can't go into first person here. I do love these little water effects. Like, you just have like the little splash decal and then like the little tiny splash particles, and it just sells the water so much. Mambo's magic get weak. It gone.
Rude.
Okay, so to wrap up, we have that's stuck in there. I think we come back through here at some point. Yeah, it's falling down this hole. I don't remember where that's at, but that's further ahead. Let's, before we end, I guess we'll go activate our cheat code because we earned it. Can't you here? Can't you get here any faster? Come and fight me, I'm the master. What's through here again? Like, I think this actually opens up, This is how you open the end of the game? Yeah? Yeah. It's Bruntilla. Ugly Gontilli's name was Jellybelly at witch school. I also know that sweaty gorilla feet is her favorite smell. And the old hag's favorite color is ghastly gray. Right, you can see the painting, but you need to hit a switch somewhere to actually be able to throw pieces at it, because otherwise you would be able to throw your pieces early, and that could potentially just be a pain. Like, until the puzzle's finished, you can't, you can still take the pieces out. But if you did by chance happen to get enough pieces to finish that puzzle, but not enough to finish another puzzle, then you would end up soft-locked, and that would be no good. So, hey, on whoever thought, hey, maybe we should just have a button you have to press way later. So, if we want to do the things, we have to go throw eggs in a bucket. Again, I have really mixed feelings on like the whole notes stay gone in the 360 Rare Replay version of this game, whereas the notes respawning. Because again, it's like they are a level design trick to like have trails to lead you to places. There's another E.
Hmm, 200 eggs are now yours. Now 200 is the maximum too.
That lousy cheats for extra eggs won't help burn chicken legs. I don't know, it seems like it's going to be pretty helpful, Grunty. Anyway, so now we have tons of eggs, which is just nice. Anyway, so cool. Bubble Gloop's done. We've ranted about level design. We've dogged on Banjo-Tooie as is custom when playing Banjo-Kazooie. It's like, there's no... If you like Banjo-Tooie, that's great. Please continue to enjoy it. Like I said, I've played it once, and when I played it, it was fine. Like, I don't remember having too many issues with it. But having, like, more recently watched other people play it, there's a bunch that is just kind of like... They feel like odd design decisions, but, like, when you consider them, it's like, okay, I see why they would have made this decision on something of, like, you know, why turn all these trails into just, like, bundles of items instead? Well, quite possibly a hardware issue, or just like, man, it kind of sucks that you have to gather, you know, it does feel kind of crummy when you are searching for just like the one note you missed, which, like, ultimately that doesn't solve the issue, because then it turns into just like, okay, cool, I'm missing 5 notes, which means I'm only missing 1 pickup. Why do I talk all the time? It's really hard to make these rhyme. Oh, I got you, Grunty. I feel that. Just, why do I talk? Anyway, yeah, like, Banjo-Tooie is fine. Like, if you really love the game, please continue to enjoy it. Don't let me take that from you. Don't let anyone take that from you. If you continue to enjoy it, then continue to enjoy it, please. By all means. These are just things that I notice in terms of design that like, again, it's like the decisions often make sense. I do feel there's, I don't know, we'll probably discuss more Banjo-Tooie along the way, because that's just kind of what happens of like, hey, here's two games that are similar, let's make comparisons. Like, I'm going to bring up Mario 64 a lot, I'm sure. It's just kind of what happens of, oh, hey, here are things that are associated in my brain, let me discuss them. And yeah, like Banjo-Kazooie, one of my most favorite games. Banjo-Tooie, I played it once. I had a good time, I think. I've watched a few people have a really bad time with it. And, like, my brain is, of course, going to kind of analyze just like, okay, well, what's the difference about these two things and what works in one versus what works in the other? And things like the note trails versus packages of notes. Like, that's kind of an easy thing to point out of, hey, here's a thing that is different between these two things, and here's how I feel about them. So, yeah. Again, like the stuff you like is basically what it comes down to. And yeah, these games, like, games are weird. Games are weird. People discussing games is weird. Something, the Dark Souls of stuff. Let's just, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with anything anymore. I just need to shut up and stop talking. Take a note out of Grunty's book. Stop trying to talk. Stop trying to rhyme. And let's call it a day. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Bryce. This has been VHS Play. Have yourself a lovely evening.